Hi Gemini, welcome to your February general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. Please keep in mind that this reading is general, so only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. Hi Crosswatchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Gemini. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind everyone that energy is fluid, so if you feel like you need to flip the roles to make your situation fit, you can absolutely do that. So, Gemini, let's talk about this. There's an addiction here going on, very clearly. The addiction of someone towards you, you have towards someone else. There could be addictions affecting someone's life, quite literally. As far as drugs, alcohols, sex, video games. For someone specifically, that could be the case that someone's going through right now. And my heart's with you because that can be very difficult. But more generally, for most of you, there's some sort of codependent energy here, clinging energy here. An energy of someone just trying to make something happen that isn't really working. And that's just in all honesty. And it says here, codependent obsession, possession, controlling, has a block and restraint. So this is going to be a very honest reading. It's not going to be one that is filled with rainbows and butterflies, but these readings are so important in the spiritual community for those who are going through situations like this. And we have retreat here. Okay, so it's being very clear that maybe someone's pulled back a bit within this connection, that someone needs to take a break from the connection here because of some sort of clinginess, possessionness, codependency that is just not working with someone. I mean, honestly, Gemini never likes to be tied down to anything. Gemini likes a connection, a relationship that's based on mutual respect, openness, honesty, vulnerability. That is not the vulnerability of needing to have me, but a vulnerability as showing each other a very real side that is honest, but is something that may need to be addressed, to be healed and worked on. And I feel, Gemini, the person that you're dealing with doesn't really want to get to the issue or wants to ignore the issues between the two of you, doesn't want to do the work to heal whatever has been harming the two of you. I do feel someone's very possessive of you. Someone gets very jealous if they see you talking with someone that they think you're flirting with. They get very aggressive even. And that is not flying with you or spirit, okay? So it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So I wonder, Gemini, if this is you going into retreat, someone else going into retreat, maybe you two taking a break from one another, or it could also be having a very real conversation with someone where you're not going to hold back. You're not going to bite your tongue. They need to understand where you're coming from. And I feel the only way to do this is, of course, not be like ruthless, right? But, you know, give it in a way that is very clear about your truth, clear about what you haven't been okay with, clear about your boundaries. Because I do feel that someone is just seeing you, Gemini, as mine, seeing you as someone that they can try to control, that they can try to use, not in a way of thinking you're easy to play, because they already understand that, but in a way that they want to fuel their ego, in a way that they want to fuel their securities. Maybe, Gemini, before you have been kind of feeding their ego in a way that I don't think you were aware of. You're just a nice person, or you're someone that gets along with everyone. You're someone that has inspiring conversations with people, that opens people's eyes, but there's something about you that they found to be a source, to be a fuel, to feed their wounds. And that is not what you're here to do, Gemini. Okay, so let's keep going. I want to get to know more about this. The letter R is sticking out to me, as in Ryan, Rachel, first, middle, last initial. Even someone could have two R's in their name. You are the only one who sees the real me. Again, it feels a little manipulative. I have to be really honest with you guys. So, you know, the addiction here is the only thing that's kind of running this whole situation. And so I feel, Gemini, when you do put your phone down, when you do put it on silent, or you just decide you're not going to text this person back, maybe because the conversation has gone in circles, maybe because something just doesn't ever change when they say they will. They try to reel you back in or pull you back in by being like, you're the only one that gets me. You're the only one that makes me feel this way. And then that's what kind of tugs at your heartstrings to kind of entertain the situation again. But I do feel Spirit wants you guys to kind of retreat from this, despite the attempts they may be throwing at you to keep you, despite the, I don't know. Again, with the addictions here, I feel like they'll do anything to kind of continue to fuel this clinginess, this desire for you, Gemini. And they'll try to do some low blows. They'll try to do anything they can in their deck that they'll use. The good, the bad, the ugly. And I feel Spirit's trying to get you to avoid a trap that they're trying to get you to walk in, Gemini. And I'm not saying this person's a horrible person, but I do feel they have a lot of wounds that they're using you to try to fix, and that's not your role. That is not your job. We can't do people's healing for them. They have to do it for themselves. All right. For someone out there, this could be someone who's married. That it may be confirmation, that may be something you've yet to find out, or they got out of a really bad divorce. Maybe you have, and maybe someone thought that this connection was going to be the medicine to that really, really bad divorce. But anyway, let's pull some cards and get deeper into this situation here. Okay. 8 of Wands in reverse. Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or someone with strong Sagittarius in their chart. Does not have to be the case. But yeah, something's been put on hold where someone was aggressively pursuing this. It has gone pretty silent, and it's gone silent for a purpose, okay? Knight of Cups crossing this. Pisces energy. Yeah, this is the attempt. This is the attempt that they're going to use to reel you in with your emotions, with their words that, you know, when you first met them, they were very charming. They were very playful, flirty, romantic, and they're very good looking. Someone could even drive a silver car. Just a confirmation for someone out there. But that's the challenge of this situation, is to, I don't know, I'm not going to say don't listen to your heart per se, but I definitely feel as if they know the buttons to push. And one of them is your feelings, your emotional reaction. They try to get emotions to come out of you to see if you still care. And I feel that's a button they're going to try to push with you, Gemini. And they've done it before, too. This isn't their first time. 4 of Wands, crowning this. Okay. Yeah, to keep you back in this connection, to keep you still as a partnership within this connection. But again, someone could be married here or just in another relationship. I'm just seeing that. Maybe you found that out. I'm just for someone. Wow. Okay, let me get all the cards out first, and then I'll show you guys all the cards clearly. But let's talk about this. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. So Aquarius energy. Yeah, okay. The last conversation you guys had was one where someone was being petty, being manipulative, maybe even because they realized they were losing you or losing your interest, losing your attention. They let their ego get the best of them, said some things that were out of character, that were not okay. I do feel if that is them, Gemini, they regret it now because they really do realize you're gone. You're gone after whatever they said. You deleted their phone number, maybe even blocked them in some way, which they felt they got some sort of win from. But it didn't last long, that little victory that they felt with that situation, okay? Because now you really are either still keeping them blocked or have not reached out since. But with this 5 of Swords, maybe the last conversation you had was a bit of an argument. I do feel that now that they've cooled down a little bit, maybe from their little tantrum or whatever happened, they're now starting to feel the repercussions of it all. And that's why with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it's frustrating them. It's frustrating them that this still hasn't gone to the next level as far as healing it, getting over it, and resuming where you guys left off. But I don't think Spirit just wants you to sweep it under the rug, Gemini, because I do feel for you guys that have been wondering, questioning this, they did show a part of themselves that is a little bit of their true colors per se, a little bit of their ego that they kind of tried to hide from you. But until this Five of Swords moment that happened in the past made it very, very clear. That's a part of them. That is a part of who they are. I do feel they're competitive. I do feel for some of them, they do feel the need to always be right. But that comes from a thing of fueling their ego. Very, very big here. And that is part of the block that they have of letting the ego down so you guys can resolve things in a mature manner, respectful manner. They're dramatic. A little bit messy, maybe even for some of you guys. And if you were the one to kind of realize that something wasn't going anywhere and you dropped it, they thought they won. But let's dive in. Situation, Eight of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I do feel that they thought maybe getting over you would be pretty quick. It hasn't. Maybe they tried to reactivate their social media, dating apps, tried to reach out to people. No one's been responding. Or if they have been going out on dates, been going out, nothing has caught a flame like the two of you. And also, Gemini, maybe they're trying to do things passive aggressively to get your attention and you still haven't reached out. If you do still follow each other on social media, I mean by posting that they're going out, having a blast without you, thinking that you'll respond to it, thinking that that will make you want to reach out. No, it has not. And that's something that they kind of still struggle with. And maybe this will come after a bit of a time without communication between the two of you that they're now trying to fix. The damage control that was done from the consequences of the Five of Swords. And here it is, Gemini. Crossing this is the Knight of Cups. Pisces energy. Now, for some of you, it's kind of clear that maybe they'll go silent for a bit longer, still hoping you'll reach out, still hoping you'll be the one to apologize, you'll be the one to reassure their feelings, their emotions. But for most of you, I feel with this Knight of Cups, this is the attempt. After, you know, that little tension, that fight that you guys had, that disagreement, whatever it was, coming back in, realizing you weren't going to budge and send a message to try to soothe everything over. But this is still a night, Gemini, that I want you to pay attention to. Not that nights are issues per se, but they're not at the grown level that I feel you want them to be or that you want someone in your romantic life to be. And I do feel that the first attempt they're going to do is to try to come at you flirtatious, romantic. And if that doesn't work, then that's when the apology will come about. When the apology should be first. If there is something that they said that they shouldn't have said. Or kept something secret with the Five of Swords that was revealed and exposed. And instead of being real, they kept on digging a hole for themselves. Watch out, Pisces, watch out, Gemini. There could be a Pisces cross-watching. But I do feel that they may, again, try to call you in a stupor, in a breakdown. Maybe even drugs or alcohol can be involved, like a late night drunk call type of thing. Crying to you about missing you, about how much this has hurt them. It's stuff like that that Spirit wants you to be aware of. Because it is a pattern that you guys are starting to see. Crowning this is the Four of Wands. Aries energy. Now I do see, if this is how they see the situation, the connection, they do, again, view you as their partner, as someone that they want to have in their life, someone that they enjoy having in their life. When it's good between the two of you, you do have a lot of fun. Maybe you like to go to parties, concerts, events, host things at your house, that house parties that they always have a great time at, barbecues, types of stuff like that. Others of you, I gotta say, you may have found out about a marriage, a relationship. Okay, and that's something that they now know is out in the air, that can't be hidden anymore. But kind of almost just want to say, I still want you. I want to choose you. Again, with the addiction and the retreat card here, it's something that Spirit is saying, are they really ready for that next move? Or are they just saying this to keep you around, Gemini? With the Four of Wands, I do feel that what was hard about this situation, Gemini, is that maybe because of the smoke and mirrors, because of the attention they give you, the compliments they give you, you still had hope or still have hope of this being a relationship. But there's a lot of things that you can't deny that has been circulating within this connection, that has been made more and more apparent within this connection. That maybe the idea of the Four of Wands was just a bit of an illusion for some of you. Now, I wonder if you guys live with each other, or did live with each other, near each other, not that far away, down the street, a neighbor maybe even. And that makes it hard for you guys not to run into each other, especially if you go to the same places to eat, to hang out at. But yeah, very possessive of you, I feel, for some. And thinking that their lack of action is what's going to make you want to do anything about this, even if they were in the wrong. You guys, for a lot of you, definitely live in the same city, the same town, the same area. And they're relying on running into you and stuff like that, I gotta say. But rooting this is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Pisces energy. So Gemini, I do feel at the root of this, someone is realizing that this isn't making them happy. This isn't making them feel fulfilled. This is not what they thought it was. Or maybe this is not what someone wants in a relationship. And with the Nine of Cups, you know, in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you see a man sitting on the bench with like this, you know, trophy shelf of cups behind him, feeling satisfied, feeling accomplished. And since being in this, I feel someone's been draining you, Gemini. Someone's been taking your light, taking your happiness, making you not feel like this is it. Someone here, you are the other person, in all honesty. But with the Nine of Cups in reverse, yeah, I think someone is starting to realize that something has to change. Something has to be settled. Something has to be addressed. Whether it is to work on this or whether it is to just kind of peace out for a while. Someone feels like their emotional boundaries are not being respected. And again, like I feel if their way about going complimentary, trying to apologize and you still aren't okay with the situation, or you feel like it's phony or fake, then they go for low blows. Are they really sorry then? How you are in this situation or how they may see you is the Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarius energy, Pisces energy. So much Pisces energy. I may suggest if you have Pisces strongly in your chart to check out the Pisces reading to see if there's messages for you there. But Gemini, I mean, they kind of are viewing this situation as temporary, as the wheel always changes. That maybe you're kind of going through some things you may need to go through at the moment, but eventually you guys will be back. That this isn't meant to end between the two of you. That they feel very lucky to have found you. That there's something special here that is meant to happen. This is everything that they're projecting onto the situation here. And they may kind of view you to be someone that changes your moods quite a bit, that they can make you go on a roller coaster of emotions. The ups and downs that you've been through together, you've still kind of always made it out okay. So maybe they're relying on that. But they do view you as adventurous, as fun, as unpredictable. And it adds to their desire for you. It adds to their needing to still have you in their life, because they find this whole connection with you to be very exciting, to be very thrilling, to be something that adds a bit of zest into their life, honestly. They feel like you two are still fated. They still feel like you two have something that's meant to still progress and happen. But if this is how you feel about yourself, Gemini, you're evolving. You're seeing the truth in a lot of things that you can't unsee now. I do feel you're taking the situation into your own hands. You're regaining a sense of your understanding that you have power in this. And you're steering the wheel of your own ship. And they're either on the boat with you or they can drop ship and leave. But this is something that you want to kind of change in this. If you see there's toxic situations in this connections, if you see that they're unwilling to make the change with you, for you, then you'll start to implement something yourself that isn't going to go back, that is not going to be the same. And I feel, Gemini, if you're the one that's feeling like you have to put an end to this or you have to make a change in this, you know there's no going back. But I feel like you're guided by your spirit team, by your ancestors, by your angels to make this much needed change in your life. But again, like I'm almost seeing if this is how they view you, I feel them as thinking that they're the Sphinx holding you as the sphere. And that's what this whole possession controlling is, Gemini. They have something else coming if they think they can control you or possess you. Someone may have ears that kind of stick out a little bit as well. But anyway, how you may see them or how they may be in this connection is the World card. So for some of you, you could come from different cultures, different ethnicities, backgrounds, maybe even different countries. They recently just moved to your area. Maybe you met online for others of you, or they're trying to flex online right now. Again, trying to hope and see if that's the way that will catch your attention. Trying to show off a little bit online, whether that's taking some thirst traps. And what I mean by that is very sensual, flirty pictures of themselves, mirror pictures of being in their workout clothes or with clothes off type of situation. Someone could have an OnlyFans too, I'm feeling here. But with this World card, I wonder if you see them as a wrap, Gemini. That this connection, this situation, or maybe even spirits trying to show you that you've learned all you could from this. And that there is something that has evolved you in a way, an awareness that you didn't have before, a discernment that you're starting to build now. But I really do feel, Gemini, that they're going to try to sell themselves to you as the one thing you need in their life. The person that is going to be everything that you wanted. But it feels like a flex. It feels like an attempt. And I do feel like they'll find other ways to message you even if you have blocked them. Use different numbers. It feels that deep for some of you guys. Others of you, they're just waiting for the right time if the Eight of Wands is in reverse because of the lack of communication. In the meanwhile, they're going to do everything passive-aggressively they can to get your attention. But is this meant to happen? Is this meant to work out? Are they actually going to heal from this? What else do you need to know? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. And with this card, I'm going to show you guys what's likely to happen. What are they going to do? What else do you need to know about this person, their intentions, and anything else that's going to unfold in February in regards to this situation so you can make the best choice for yourself. If you'd like to join me for Vimeo, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Gemini, I really hope that this has given you information, clarity, insight, healing, guidance in regards to whatever's going on in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.